Hello, 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 and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, known as the Dream Decipherer, and this is Dream Your Life, Live Your Dream Live, where we talk about all things dreams. Now, today we're going to look at dreams from the point of view of color, or the lack of it. And to start things off, I want to share a bit of trivia with you. Now, most people dream in color and take that for granted, but until the advent of color TV in 1950, most people dreamt in black and white, with only 15% of people dreaming in color. However, since the advent of color TV, the norm has risen to 70% of people, 75% of people dreaming in color. And they found that in a 1950 study that only 29% of the participants reported dreams in color, but a 2008 study found that everyone's dreams had some color to it, and that included dreams of blind people who once had sight. So there you have it. Obviously, the impact of color TV has affected how we literally see our dreams. Now, people who work in very visual fields, such as graphic designers or fashion designers, interior decorators, and filmmakers, may be much more aware of color, and therefore have very colorful dreams. People who pay close attention to the world around them, like writers and journalists or maybe naturalists, will also have very detailed and colorful dreams as well, because they take notice of what's going on around them. Children who are naturally inquisitive and imaginative often report vivid colors in their dreams. But sometimes to dream in black and white, as if you were watching an old movie, may indicate that these are memories that are surging perhaps from childhood, or the memory of our elders in the family and their memories. So in this context, dreaming in black and white may be a visual historical record, if you will. You have to excuse me if I'm like sweating bullets here. It is, with the heat and humidity, it's about 105. So the breeze isn't really cooling things off very much, but hopefully I can get through this without dribbling all over everything. Now, dreaming in black and white seems to be a throwback to when we were only had black and white TV and movies, and this visual conditioning influenced how we dreamed. Now, you may actually struggle to recall colors in your dreams, and you might not be actually seeing the dream in black and white, but you're not particularly noticing any colors in particular. But the more practice you become at looking at your dreams and working with your dreams, the more likely you are going to pick up any color or lack thereof in the dream. Now, I know for me personally, some years ago, I was going through a kind of a difficult patch with family and whatnot, and my dreams took place in winter and were in black and white, with snow on the ground and whatnot, and a dark sky. So that was really a reflection of what I was going through and how I was feeling, that life was just kind of colorless and bleak. So the color in this context was showing the emotional content, or the emotions behind what the message of the dream was. And dreams are about our emotions, including the ones that we are unaware of and don't acknowledge for whatever reason. So you could say that color in dreams can best be understood in terms of whether or not a particular color stands out, and what this relates to. Again, color literally color, to use a pun, our emotional net framework in the dream. So if to notice color, you need to attach what feeling is attached to that color. Some colors make us feel, feel very powerful, feel very good. Others make us feel depressed. So you have to play, again, as always, play detective and get behind the symbols. And color is nothing more than yet another symbol in the dream. So if there's a particular color that shows up in the dream, what feelings, what emotions are associated with that color for you? And then remember, it's going to be different for every single person. I mean, turquoise blue is my favorite color, and it's my birthstone. But there could be, for someone else, turquoise has no meaning whatsoever. And that's what I say, that's the symbols, however they appear, are very individual. So, the colors that we choose to have around us, the colors that we dream in, all are related to our feeling about ourselves and about the world around us. Now, sometimes colors in a dream can actually catch our attention or call our attention because they're obviously wrong. A green sky, pink elephants, or somebody has an injury and they bleed blue blood, or something like such. So, or you may notice a particular element in the dream that stands out, like a shiny red apple, a person's eyes that may be particularly startling, maybe blue or green or whatever the case may be. Or you're perhaps in the dream wearing a bright orange shirt. So it's your dream's way of expressing or highlighting, using a mental highlighter, that certain people, places, or things need to be paid attention to. They know it's like a little flag saying, hello, pay attention to this. This is important. Now, color turns up in our daily language as well. There's common expressions that we use, such as green-eyed monster, or for somebody who's jealous or feeling jealousy, a blue-eyed child who seems to be privileged and has everything go their way. Scarlet lady, the lady of the evening, the one who is a bit scandalous. People who are white with shock. Or we say that someone is gray or silver haired, which represents age and wisdom and experience. Or even something as simple as being tickled pink about something. So, being very pleased about what's going on in one's life at that particular moment. So, but again, colors have very individual meanings. So, as with all symbols in dreams, the symbols or colors are going to be particular to the dreamer. Again, turquoise blue for me means something, whereas it means something completely different or has no meaning in some other person's life. So what emotions do you attach to the color? What emotions are evoked when you look at this particular color or see this particular color? Where do you see this color showing up in your life? Or maybe needs to be showing up in your life and is not. So these are some of the questions that you can start to ask yourself to be able to unravel the mystery of what color signifies for you in terms of your dream. So, to give a few examples of some of the things that we associate with certain colors, green, for example, represents nature, for obvious reasons, and balance. It's the most balanced color in the color palette that we use. So green shows again, a darker green may indicate jealousy and envy, but a lighter green may represent nature, may represent balance, and living in harmony with your environment. Gold, can indicate wealth and power, of course, but can also represent spiritual healing, and while silver represents our intuition. So take the color ivory, which is off-white. You could think of that as being perhaps tainted. It's not pure white, it's just slightly off, so there's something that's not quite innocent, if you will, with the color. Now, purple is interesting. Depending on the various shades, purple is considered to be a very spiritual color, the color of our third eye, and is associated with clairvoyance. But lilac, a paler version, indicates responsibility, and mauve, which is a deeper color, can indicate endurance. So, and again, these are just general ideas and notions as to what these colors represent. They will be different for each and every person. Now, if we look at Carl Jung, the famous psychologist from the 1930s, he believed that the black was connected to our unconscious mind, this deep, dark ocean of the unconscious, with light or white or light colors representing our conscious thinking mind. He also believed that yellow represented our intuition, blue our thought processes, red our feelings, particularly passionate ones, and finally green our sensations. So you could say in general, bright, strong colors can reflect communication, particularly at the sexual level, while darker colors on a psychological level can boost or enhance our own fears and worries about things during sleep. So, but pastel colors are associated with reduced stress levels, and one of the things that I like to do with clients is talk about colors, particularly if they're in a low mood, to have them wear the colors, whether as a pin, a scarf, or a shirt, or whatever the case may be, that gives them positive feelings, that instill a confidence, that instill relaxation. So color can be used as a form of healing, and your unconscious mind is giving you clues as to what those colors can do in terms of our mental state and our emotional state. Because in the dominance of a particular color in our dreams could be an indicator of our current emotional state. So if a certain color or shade is appearing in your dreams, that may be a message from your unconscious mind to pay attention. This is important. Why is this color turning up in my life? Where is it appearing in my life, or where does it need to be applied in my life? So you always have to remember that when it comes to deciphering any dream, you need to dig deeper and to associate the feelings evoked by the symbols, whether they be color symbols or other symbols, with what is going on in your waking life. Where does this color appear or not appear? Where does it need to appear? Once you start noticing patterns like this, colors can become a form of emotional shorthand. If you see a certain color, you know that certain things need to happen or need to be eliminated from your life. So, in the end, color is what gives makes our world interesting. So try to keep track of any colors that appear in your dreams and start to notice when they appear in terms of the context of your waking life. Where does the feelings that are evoked by these colors turn up in your waking life? And then you can begin to unravel what the significance of those colors are. So there you have it. Coloring your world, both awake and asleep, can be significant. I hope that gives you some food for thought. And if you have a dream that, with regard to colors appearing in a dream, let me know. I remember one client in particular who was stopped dreaming because she was under a lot of stress, and after our work together, once she began to dream, it was very colorful, very light, very lovely dreams, very pleasant dreams. So for her, the return of dreams were filled with a lot of life and a lot of color. And hopefully that's what they will do for you. But get in contact and let's talk about it. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.